Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Stealth Cobra, which is a limited edition version of the Alpha 19er Evade 1.5 Full. This is a collaboration with Carryology, and I've been curious to try out the Evade backpacks for a long time as they've become very popular in the carry community. They seem like durable and well-rounded bags, and I was particularly intrigued by this limited edition just because I like the more minimal aesthetic that it has. And so I've been testing it out for the past couple of weeks. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience using it, how I've loaded it out, and also how it compares to some of the other premium EDC bags that are currently on the market. Before jumping in, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel, we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Before jumping into the video, I wanted to mention again that this is a special edition of Alpha 19er's Evade 1.5 Full. So if you were to go to their website and try to purchase the bag, it would have some differences that I'm going to be calling out throughout the video. So jumping straight in, as far as the aesthetic, I really like how the bag looks. This is a much more minimal version than the one you would find on their site. So the Evade Full comes with kind of a bungee cord that you can remove along the outside, so it has some attachment points. It also has compression straps on the side, so it's a much cleaner aesthetic, and to me this was very appealing. I was never a big fan of the aesthetic of the Evade 1.5. It just looked a little more kind of functional, almost like a North Face bag, so not bad by any means, just not the aesthetic that I normally like to see. So having a cleaner version like this definitely caught my eye. I think it looks great. It still has a little bit more of a functional vibe just due to the amount of pockets and zippers on the bag, but overall I think it looks very nice and is going to fit well into a variety of environments, whether you're taking this in the office, walking around the city, or even going into the outdoors. As far as the colors, the version that I have here is in all black, which is, kind of my favorite color for bags, but you can purchase the Evade 1.5 on the company site in a variety of materials and color combinations. I believe they have multicam, gray, all black, of course. So you can check those out on their site. And then moving into the materials, for this version of the bag, they used a very nice X-Pack material on the outside. You can kind of see the texture of the X-Pack, and this is a material that I personally love using. I feel like it offers some excellent weather resistance. It's very durable. I've had a few bags over the years with X-Pack and they've always held up well. They also help a little bit with the weight, which I'll talk about more in a second for this bag, but so far this material has felt nice. I feel like it's going to hold up well over the longer term. And then you also have very great YKK zippers all throughout the bag. One of the changes that's been made from the regular Evade bag is that you have number 10 YKK zippers on the main compartment and the laptop compartment, and these are reverse coil to make them a little bit smoother and help add some weather resistance. And then for the rest of the bag, you have number 8 YKK zippers. So a nice upgrade there. Everything has worked very smoothly. As far as the weight, as I was alluding to, the bag is actually quite heavy. This was always one of the biggest sticking points that I heard with the Evade backpacks, is that they're heavy. This one comes in at about 4.3 pounds when empty, which is quite a bit for a bag of this size. Now, you do get a lot of ruggedness and features for that weight, but I did notice the weight a little bit while I was wearing this, especially when I really started to pack this out. Continuing along the outside of the bag, on the front, you have a Velcro patch where you can customize the bag with any sort of patches that you normally like to use. The bag on this version includes this really awesome Cobra patch that shows the Alpha 19er and Carryology logos. It also has this cool, Stealth Cobra. So this is one of the first patches I've seen that really, I love how unique it is and the, kind of personality that it gives the bag. And, I personally have just kept this one on. But one of the nice things about Alpha 19er's bags is that they also include a plain patch that actually matches the color of the fabric that you're getting if you want to have a cleaner look and you don't want things getting caught on that Velcro patch. I think this is a really excellent idea. Glad to see this included with the bag. And then on the sides, as I mentioned earlier, no compression straps. So you don't have that ability to squeeze the bag down, but you do have two excellent external water bottle pockets. I was able to fit the same 20-ounce water bottle that I normally like to carry with me very comfortably. The compartments here have been upgraded a little bit from the standard Evade water bottle pockets. They just feel a little more streamlined and clean. They really hug the bag when they're not in use to have some elasticity here. If you have something a little bit thicker, they also have a nice depth. So really like the implementation there. And then moving into the capacity, the bag comes in at about 25 liters, which is a really versatile size in my opinion. I love that it's able to hold all the items that I normally like to carry with me and still offer extra capacity if I have to carry some gym clothes or I want to use this for minimal travel. And the bag does stick out a little bit when it's more packed out, but it's not so overwhelming that you wouldn't be able to use it for walking around a crowded city or jumping onto public transit. This could also potentially work on a bunch of different airlines, internationally and domestic, if not for the weight. Again, at 4.3 pounds, once you pack this out, if you happen to get an airline agent that wants you to weigh your bag, you may run into some issues, but size-wise, I think it could still work out pretty well. Taking a look at the straps and the back paneling, so far the bag has been really comfortable to wear. I love how the straps have been implemented here. They have a comfortable thick padding that's broken in right out of the box. On the inside you have this meshy material to help prevent moisture from building up. The straps also have a good width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when it's a little bit more packed out. At the top you have load lifter straps that you can adjust a lot to configure the bag to exactly how you want to wear it. I like that these straps also have elastic strap keepers to kind of just help manage all the different things that might be flopping around. So nice implementation there. At the bottom of the straps, you have these Woojin buckles that you can release to, either secure this maybe to a table that you're sitting at, or also to quickly release the bag without changing how these straps are adjusted. So it's not something that I normally use too much, but good to see it included, and these buckles feel really durable. And then you also have an adjustable and removable sternum strap on the shoulder straps to help distribute the weight. One nice upgrade here on this version of the bag is that you have a magnetic fidlock buckle, which I'm always a big fan of. These work very smoothly, they latch on securely and quickly. And then moving into the back paneling, this has also felt great. I love the padding that's been included here. It's similar to the one that you have on the strap, so it has the meshy material. It's really soft, provides a lot of breathability, and it's also elevated to help create this air channel and provide plenty of ventilation while you're walking around. So it's a really comfortable bag overall, and it helps, kind of deal with that extra weight that the bag has due to its materials. On the back paneling, you also have this elastic band that is meant to work as a luggage pass-through. It stretches a good amount, and that makes it very easy to place over a variety of luggage handles if you want to rest this on your bag while traveling to save some weight on your back. One thing that I noticed about the luggage pass-through is that this elasticity worries me a little bit over the long term, especially if you're packing the bag out a lot, that it might start to tear. And it was also a little bit awkward to get the bag on and off the luggage pass-through because there's no side handle, but still worked well. I'm glad it was included, and it's cool that it has this little Velcro to keep it flat against the back when you're not using it and you're actually wearing the bag. A few final things I wanted to mention on the outside of the bag is at the top you have a very nice handle that's gonna make it comfortable and easy to pick the bag up off the ground or to hold it when you don't want to wear it. The handle is very thick, it feels durable, it has kind of a seatbelt like material so it doesn't feel like it's gonna tear, and I like that it lies pretty flush against the bag so it doesn't look awkward or anything like that. And then as far as the bag's bottom, it has a pretty nice base for standing up on its own, which I know is something that people look for a lot. It's not quite as consistent as I would have expected for a bag of this size, and mainly it's the weight distribution that can be a little bit of a challenge there. So when you have a laptop or something heavier in the back of the bag, it stands up quite well. As you can see here, it's standing on its own. But once I take my laptop out, if I have a lot of accessories on the front of the bag, it can tend to tip forward a little bit. So just something that I wanted to call out there. Jumping into the organizational options, this is an area where the bag really shines. There's a ton of great pocketing all throughout. Starting off at the top, you have a quick access pocket, and this has a pretty well protected zipper. One thing that I did notice is that there's a small gap at the edge, which might allow some water to kind of sneak in if you happen to get caught in some rain. So it would have been great to maybe see a zipper garage here. Small nitpick though, the zipper works smoothly, and on the inside you have a nice amount of space, even for something a little bit bulkier. Currently what I have is just my sunglasses with their case, but I like how much capacity is offered. You can see the depth is about finger length. And then on the inside, there's no internal organization, but you do have this nice soft nylon lining, which is going to be great for preventing scratches if you happen to place your phone or maybe your sunglasses without a case. And then on the front, you have a larger admin type compartment that has a lot of nice internal organization. It has a zipper that goes down enough to allow you to open this flat so you can have good visibility into this compartment. And I love the amount of space and organization offered here. Before jumping into any of the pocketing, one thing I wanted to call out is that you have this nice kind of kangaroo pouch area here is what I'll call it, that offers a little bit of extra space for bulkier items that you might want to store. If you have some pouches or maybe some gloves or a jacket, you can toss it in here. So I currently just placed my BluePop portable Bluetooth speaker and power bank. I also have my Wire Dot Mini, which has some of my smaller tech accessories that I didn't want floating around. You also have a detachable lanyard that has these plastic clips that will allow you to store something like your keys or a multi-tool. I currently have my Gerber dime here, so really like that that's included with the bag. And then on the flap, you have a mesh zippered compartment that again just offers tons of volume. I really love the mesh that's used here. You can easily see everything that's on the inside. And you also have this bright orange lining, which is another part of the collaboration with Carryology that provides great visibility and contrast for everything that's in the bag. So here you can easily see the items that I have. I have a lightning cable to charge my tablet and my phone, and then I also tossed in a little medicine kit. This has some band-aids and ointment. And on the back of this compartment, you have this admin panel, which has some small slots for any little items that you want, to kind of have their own home. So on the right, you have some really thin slots that are great maybe for some business cards or something. I didn't really use these for anything because on the back of this area, you have this larger slip pocket, which has some extra volume. And in here, I just tossed in a deck of playing cards, but you could probably toss in a mouse or a portable hard drive or something. You have a nice amount of space. Next to that, you have another slip pocket. This one is a little bit gusseted, so it's good for something that has a little more volume. I just tossed in my Apple Magic Mouse. This could also maybe hold a smaller phone. And then next to those, you have some smaller slots to hold something like a pen, or in my case, I just tossed in a flashlight there. And behind that, you have another larger slip pocket, same as the one that we saw on the right. In this one, I just placed my Air card holder just to kind of represent the idea of a wallet going in this pocket. And then on the back, you have another zippered compartment. This has a nice amount of space for anything that doesn't fit in these smaller slots. For taller or longer items, you could probably put a notebook in here. I just put my Kindle e-reader, that fit in there very comfortably. No other internal organization here. And a cool thing about this whole admin section is you can actually remove it. It's attached with Velcro to the back of the compartment, so if you prefer to keep things simpler or you have other Velcro lined accessories that you'd rather pair here, you have the option to do so. And then on this other side, you have an extra loop that you could use to switch the side of the lanyard depending on how you like to reach your stuff, if you're righty or lefty, or just depending on your preferences with how you can organize. It's nice that you can kind of pick and choose how you set this compartment up. And then on the back, there's still more organization. There is yet another zippered compartment behind this whole panel, even larger. This one goes a little bit deeper, so a great spot for a larger notebook, maybe a tablet, or just other gear that didn't fit anywhere else in the compartment. So there's so many pockets here, I didn't even know what to use them for. And then at the back here near the top, you have an additional D-ring. You'll see a few of these throughout the bag. Alpha 19er sells a variety of accessories that are meant to pair with this type of D-ring. I have a bunch of pouches that use clips, which I'll show in the main compartment, but it's nice that you have that additional piece of functionality here in the compartment, and it just kind of stays out of the way when you're not using it and is covered by the quick access pocket that we saw earlier. So if you fill this compartment up a lot, I had my sunglasses in here, so it could be a little bit trickier to get here to the back if you need to. So you have to think about that a little bit as you load the bag, but overall the use of space and organization has been really well implemented in this area. And then on the sides of the bag, you have zippers that allow you to access a compartment that rests against your back, and this is meant to be used as an off-body concealed carry compartment. So on the inside it has this Velcro lining, so you can again pair it with any sort of holsters that you might have for a pistol or something like that. This lining is also nice and soft if you wanted to put maybe a thinner tablet or a magazine in here. So, it's nice to have this extra kind of hidden area for anything a little more sensitive. You have 2 zipper pulls on this, so you'll have quick access regardless of how you like to get into the compartment. You also have a zipper on both sides, so depending on whether you're right or left-handed, you're gonna be able to use these compartments very effectively and reach whatever you need to pretty easily. And then the next area that we're going to take a look at is the main compartment. So this has a clamshell style opening. You can really open this up wide so you can easily see everything that's on the inside. This has 25 liters of capacity, so more than enough for what I need for my day-to-day. So jumping into what I currently have here at the bottom, I have my Beats Studio wireless headphones with their hard case. I also have a book that I'm rereading, The Goal. Fantastic for anybody that's in pretty much any industry. It's just a really great read. If you've never checked that out, I recommend it. And then I have a full-size moleskin notebook. And at the top, you have more of the D-rings that I called out in the other compartment. You have 3 along the top that are meant to pair specifically with some of the pouches that Alpha 19er sells. But in my case, I was immediately in love with the idea of pairing this with the Tom Bin handy little thing. This is the size 2 larger pouch, which I've been using a lot recently, and so that hooks up great with these carabiners. I can get into what I need very easily, and it just provides me a lot of flexibility, and they just kind of stay out of the way if you're not somebody who likes to have stuff kind of dangling in this area. And on the back of the compartment, the last thing that I have here at the moment is my portable standing desk, which I like to have with me when I'm working on the road. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. And so in addition to the D-rings, on the back of this main area, you have a ton of PALS webbing that you can use to attach a variety of accessories. So you can place carabiners through here. There's many other pouches and things that will work well with this type of webbing. And you have Velcro lining as well, so you can pair it with accessories such as the admin panel organizer that we saw on the front. You can just kind of stick things onto here. And you also have some loops that go along the sides, so just tons of different ways to hang and attach items onto your bag. And it's great that it just all kind of lays flat if you don't want to use it. And along the edge, you can get a better look at the inside of the material that's used on the bag. This is a really interesting kind of aesthetic touch to have almost like this cobra-like skin visible from the inside. It looks pretty cool. And then something I always really like about these clamshell style bags is how great they work for minimal travel. So I was easily able to toss in my larger double-sided packing cube, an adopt kit, and a few other accessories, and then I could use this for a longer weekend trip. And so moving on to the flap of this compartment, you have again 2 more mesh zippered pockets. You have that bright orange liner to make it easy to see what's on the inside. On the bottom compartment, I didn't really place anything. I always struggle to use these just because I have so many items in the bottom of the bag, and that can kind of clash against this area when you're sharing all of that volume. So I generally leave this one empty, and then at the top, a bigger voluminous mesh compartment. I really like that it has some serious volume for, if you want to use this as a adopt kit or to hold anything that you want a little bit more hidden, medicines, tech accessories. You have a lot of flexibility with what you can store here. The only thing that I place is this little kind of manicure kit that I like to have with me. And at the flap top, you also have an additional D-ring for yet another place to clip on accessories. In this case, I just have my side-by-side pouch that has some masks and hand sanitizer. So just tons of ways to organize all of your stuff in this main area. I love the amount of space that's offered. And then the last area that we're going to be taking a look at is the laptop and kind of tech area. You have a separate compartment on the back, and this is a top-loading compartment. It doesn't open up fully flat, which is totally fine with me. It's still really easy to get in and out of the compartment and grab your devices. And so on one side, you have a few simple slip pockets that aren't necessarily padded, but they do have some separation so you don't have things kind of rubbing up against each other. You can use this to put some documents or some folders. And then on the front, you have a slightly smaller sleeve. I just placed my iPad mini in there because it fit really comfortably. So nice to have a specific slot for each of those items. And then on the back of the compartment, you have a well-padded laptop sleeve. I love that it has this thicker sleeve to help add plenty of protection. This is definitely gonna hold up to a 15 or 16-inch laptop, maybe even a 17-inch, depending on the device that you use. Currently, I have a 13-inch MacBook Pro, but you can see how much leftover space there is at the top. And the compartment isn't suspended off the bottom of the ground, but it does have padding along the bottom, so your laptop will still be protected if you happen to place your bag down a little bit harder. So taking my laptop out, now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. So no sort of fleece lining or anything like that, just more of that nice orange liner that makes it very easy to see. I like that the sleeve comes up a decent amount, so if you have a thicker device, it should be able to fit in here okay. And in general, it just feels like my device is gonna be very well protected while I'm running around throughout the day. So really nice implementation here and throughout the rest of the bag. Everything is very well thought out. I can see why the Evade has become such a popular bag over the past few years in the everyday carry community. It's comfortable, it's durable, and if you're looking for a bag that's gonna offer a ton of ways for you to organize all of your stuff, and this is really gonna be a great option to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the Stealth Cobra over the past couple of weeks. As far as getting one of these bags, it's not always the easiest process. For this limited edition version that they did with Carryology, you'll likely have to rely on secondhand markets. You can check the Carryology Facebook group or maybe on eBay, as I don't know if they have any further drops planned for this particular version. If you're interested in the Evade 1.5 full, you can check out Alpha 19's site. They often run pre-orders. I believe they're sold in smaller quantities because it's a smaller company. And this version was about $350, so a little bit more premium pricing due to the limited edition nature. The normal Evade 1.5, I believe, comes in at just under $300, so still a pretty premium price bag. It does offer a great build quality and a ton of features, but there are a lot of other great bags in this price range that may be worth checking out. And so as I was testing this out, one of the first bags that this made me think of was the Axiom 24 pack from Triple Aught Design, which is another one of the really premium price bags that we featured on the channel. Like this, it has a very nice X-Pack material, offers a ton of weather resistance. It has a lot of great pocketing. It's a little bit smaller and slimmer, which I personally like for an EDC bag. This was a little bit bigger than what I normally like to use. It has a very comfortable harness system. This one feels like it might be a little more like a tank, a little more rugged, but that is gonna be a very durable bag. It's also made in the USA. It comes in at $365. So it is an expensive bag, but if you're looking to get, a very versatile and durable made in the USA bag that offers this type of organization, then that's gonna be a great option to consider. Another bag this made me think of is the Evergood CPL24, which again is just a really popular bag in the everyday carry community. It's very versatile, super well built. I love the organizational layout that has. It's a little bit simpler than this and a more minimal bag overall. Comes in at 24 liters, which offers enough space for anything that you need for your day-to-day, but also for minimal travel. It's got a comfortable harness system. I actually like the harness system on this one a little bit more just because it has some more ventilation, but still a very comfortable bag. So if you want a minimal and durable EDC backpack, that's gonna be another great option to keep in mind. The next bag this made me think of is the Mystery Ranch Urban Assault 24, which is a very solid bag. Offers plenty of space. It's not gonna be quite as big as this one, but still offers more than enough capacity for minimal travel and for your EDC. It has the signature Mystery Ranch kind of tri-zip opening, so not quite a clamshell style bag. That's a little bit of a different organizational style, which I like. I still prefer the clamshell style a little bit more, but it's able to hold a ton of stuff. You can easily access anything that's in the main compartment. The Urban Assault 24 also has a great laptop compartment that's elevated off the bottom of the ground. Some nice organization, definitely a little bit simpler in the organizational layout. It has less pockets that offer, a lot of space. So for me, that works very nicely. But if you like everything to have its own kind of little spot, then this one may still be a better option. But the Urban Assault 24 is also going to come in at a much lower price point, and it's offered in a ton of different color combinations that you can check out. So if you're looking for a spacious and comfortable EDC backpack, that's going to be another great option to check out. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the GoRuck GR1, which is an absolute classic EDC backpack. I've done a few videos on it. It's one of the bags that I've enjoyed using the most over the past couple of years, and one of the most durable and reliable bags that I've ever used. And it's interesting to compare that one to this one, as they're kind of opposites in the way that they approach bag design. You know, GoRuck keeps things as simple as possible. There's barely any pockets on it. They like to allow you to organize everything with pouches and modular accessories, whereas this bag offers a ton of different organizational options. So, you know, two different approaches, both can work well depending on what you like. This bag can also be configured with a variety of pouches, as we covered in the video. It has a clamshell style opening, and I like the harness system on this a little bit more, but I just love the simplicity of the GoRuck bags. I love their aesthetics. I like just the subtle kind of tactical vibe that they have with the MOLLE webbing all around. They're also selling them in a ton of different versions. They're made in the US. They're gonna be a little bit pricier than the Evade 1.5, but if you're looking for a bag that's gonna be with you forever and, you know, just give you the most flexibility with how you can organize and customize your organization to your particular style, then that's still gonna be one of the best options to keep in mind. With that being said, the Evade 1.5 Full holds up really well against all those bags, and if you're looking for a durable and comfortable all-purpose bag that's gonna offer a ton of great organization, that's gonna be a really good option to check out. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think of the Evade 1.5 and just the collaboration that they've done here with Carryology. If you've been a part of other collaboration drops in the past or a part of the Carryology group, or if there are any similar options that you think I should feature on the channel. As always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank you for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.